to the last spoTlighT series vid under the current format of the spoTlighT series. There's going to be some changes here, and we're going to get into the brachypelma albopilosum molt and feeding in just a moment, but I want to just update you guys quickly on what exactly I'm doing to the spoTlighT series. If you've been following my channel for a few years now, you know the spoTlighT series actually was the second series that I formed off of the original kind of a spoTlighT series that was called the Tarantula Focus Feature Series. And I did that one for a while, and I changed the format to the spoTlighT series. And that one's been very popular. People really like this series. It's been going on for a while. But I need to change up the format a little bit. There's some things I would like to do differently. And one of the things with all my vids, you guys have probably noticed if you've been checking out some of my vids, is that I always try to keep the format the same, but try to make each video a little bit different from the last. So each video kind of has its own little personality. The problem with that is sometimes if I have to do the same video with, let's say, the Acanthus geniculata, and I did one 2 years ago and I did one now, some people actually think it's the same exact vid because the title is pretty much close to the same thing. So that's posing a little bit of a problem now that I've gotten a little bit further into this series. They need to be numbered. So the new format is going to go into a little bit of a number system, which will be, it will still be the spoTlighT series, but it'll be called the Tarantula spoTlighT series, or basically it's going to be called the Tarantula spoTlighT, for short, TS for short. So, and each one will have its own episode and each number, so you'll know chronologically, is exactly, or numerically anyway, exactly which one you're watching, so you don't think you're watching the same vid twice, which can be very confusing if you're doing a series this long without having a kind of a number system. So that's basically the change for this one. It's just going to be, it's going to have the exact same format. It might look and feel a little bit different, but it is still the spoTlighT series. It'll just be called Tarantula spoTlighT episode whatever. So that's how that series goes. So this would be the last under this current format of the spoTlighT series. They won't look and feel like this anymore. That'll be a little bit different, very similar, just a little bit different. So I want you guys to look out for that. Like I said, this is the very last one. So let's get right into this molten feeding of my brachypelma albopilosum, one of my favorite teas in the hobby, and definitely one of my favorite teas in my collection. So let's get into it, guys and girls. I'm Dale the Knight, and this is Day or Night Exotics TV.
Eclipse is a brachypelma albopilosum, the Honduran Curly Hair. Just molted a little while ago, and she's looking great. She's going to be getting a bigger enclosure soon. She finally outgrew this thing. Very slow growing species, obviously. I've had her for a long time, and she's really put on some weight, some size actually, since her the last time she molted. She really didn't gain that much in size, but this time I could clearly tell she put on some length to her and a little bit of girth. I mean, she looks awesome. I mean, these curly hairs are so amazing. People give them away for free, but they so people, you know, if you give something away for free, you know, like freebies when you order something, people automatically think it's a lower tier tea, and this actually isn't. This one is just an awesome looking tea to look at. I mean, just a beautiful, beautiful girl, and really can't complain about her, other than the fact that, you know, if you don't like slow growing species, don't get one of these because they grow really, really, really slow. But it pays off. They eat very well, and their coloration is just a little bit all over. I mean, I'm looking at that carapace when I say coloration. That carapace is really nice looking, and obviously they don't look anything like the other brachypelmas. The hairs are just amazing on them, and they just eat like crazy. I mean, they're just really, really awesome when it comes to feeding. So speaking of feeding, let's go ahead and give this lady something to eat. Alright, let's go ahead and give her a Mario worm. that. Well, maybe that wasn't the best time to get her molt out. If that is any indication that I was telling the truth about these guys' feeding responses, there you go. Let's see if she'll go ahead and take another one since she seems so interested in that molt. There you go. So like I said, these are awesome species to own. If you don't own one, you gotta give yourself a curly hair. There are pretty much, you gotta have these in your collection if you like unique tarantulas. This is definitely a unique tarantula just by the coloration alone, the hairs, that carapace, feeding response. These guys attack and pound food. They get pretty big for a brachypelma, and they can be handled if you have the right specimen, which is another plus. I don't really handle her all that much. I have handled her. She used to be really mean. The older she gets, she's starting to get a little nicer. But for the most part, I'm not going to really try to mess with her too much because she does get a little bit of a temper every once in a while. Especially during feeding time. She can be a little aggressive when she knows she's about to get fed or if she's really hungry. She doesn't throw threat postures, but you can just tell she, you don't really want to mess with her too much. But when she's full and happy, she is more than capable of being handled. Especially as slings, I know a lot of people handle them. If you handle them early enough, they get a little more used to her. But she was a very, very mean little T when she was a sling, so I really didn't handle her all that much. She had a tendency to run, so didn't handle her as much as I would have liked when she was a juvenile. She's not an adult yet. She's still a subadult. She's getting there. She's around probably over 4.5 inches, close to 5 inches now, and still has some growing to do. So, like I said, these are just amazing. If you don't have one of these are one of the teas that you gotta have in your collection because they're just flat out awesome. There goes worm number 2.